Ellie!
Fellas, we'll be there as soon as we can.
To get in unnoticed.
Yeah, so did I. Been nice. Come on. I'll see you later, Vic.
Kelly!
Come on, guys. I told you I'd talk to you later. Give us a break. Look, I'm getting out of here.
I've got a car out front. We have to make a stop at the precinct.
Wait a minute.
There are no arrests. I promise you. It's just routine business. Come on, get out.
No questions right now. Hey, Dan. Robert, good to see you, man. Hey, what about a kiss? What about a... Hello, sweetie. Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So good to have you back.
How about some punch? How about some punch?
Tell me something. Was it really a fun trip?
I wouldn't exactly call it fun, am I?
Okay, now tell us what you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do.
Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to catch up on what's been going on since we've been gone.
That's easy. All anyone's been talking about what you and Robert did up in Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that? Well, that's kind of a long story.
Well, we'll make you tell it now, but later.
Oh, something's happened while you've been gone. Bobby's moving back to Port Charles.
No kidding?
Yep, she's got her old job back.
Oh, that's great news. Elm Street regathered. So what do you know? That's good.
I think you should sit down. You look exhausted.
Hey, I'll get you some punch, okay? Yeah, I'll get him some punch. Excuse me, let me get into the old punch bowl.
Well, Robert, I'm glad to see your thirst is not diminished. It's
Well,
a
you
wonderful
see,
thing.
there really wasn't much hostess service in the baggage compartment.
Okay, thank you.
So Ramsey and I discussed business all the way back.
Oh, boy.
What do you think the chances are that the UAM's going to catch up with the Durbans?
I really don't know, but we just have to wait and see on that one. Excuse me.
She can't afford anything. Money is driving the rest.
Where you been?
Well, I wasn't going to come.
Why not?
We have to talk.
Okay, I'm listening.
No discussions on this. Come on, it's a party. We haven't supported yet. Let's go, okay? Come on, welcome everybody back.
I guess. Oh, hi there. I haven't kissed you, have I? Hey. All right, here's to friends. Thanks for sticking by us and being here, and the hugs and the punch and chug-a-lug. Yay!
Well, look, at least he could have let us apologize, don't you think?
Or explain.
No, Luke's not the kind of guy to wait around for apologies.
There must be something we can do.
I'll wait around until he cools off, I guess.
No, I was thinking about Holly.
Apologize. What else could we do?
Will that work? She'll know if we don't believe it.
Well, a lot of people still do blame her. You know? Robert, you're awfully quiet. What do you think about it?
Well, I've been sitting here listening to all of you. And it occurs to me that not only do you not know what you're talking about, you're not even aware of the full story. If it weren't for Holly, Luke, and myself, nobody in Port Charles would be getting their money back.
She still signed a check.
Under duress.
Well, yeah, how?
They threatened to kill her. And her father. She was their captive. And after we recovered the money, she could have betrayed us, but she chose to come back here and face whatever she was in for.
And in this case, a bunch of rude friends.
Robert's right. Holly deserved to be treated a lot better than what she got here tonight. And I, for one, am going to try and make it up to her.
Me too.
We all will. I think we better start tonight.
Oh, no, I don't think that's a good idea. Let them get a little rest.
Something I think we could all use a bit of.
First, I think we should help clean up. Oh, you won't get an argument from me.
Good idea.
Anyone home?
No.
I'll come back if that's better.
No, nonsense. Come right in. We're just having a night.
Okay. Good, then we'll join you.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
Holly, everyone wanted you to know that they're very sorry for being so rude, and especially Rose. And we really do welcome you back. Thanks.
Good. Now that that's over, let's have a drink.
No long toast tonight, Robert, please.
No. This one will be very short and to the point. Holly, welcome home.
Yeah.
Rose, you want cheers? No.
Cheers.
Down the hatch.
That's a good one, too.
Thanks, Robert.
Now, I would like to make a toast. To Luke. For making me understand myself better than I ever thought I would. And to Robert and Jackie for showing me what friends are really about.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Indeed.
Well,
Bring up, darling.
We just sat down.
Yeah, well, you see, we have the details of our little ceasefire to work out, and it'll probably take all night and half of tomorrow, so come on, let's go.
who are you calling? Joe.
Oh, hold up a second. We've got some news.
Ramsey called.
What?
The extradition proceedings have been completed.
That quickly?
They pushed them through.
The triple killed him. They can't do that.
It's too late, love.
No, not necessarily. I've really got a reason to call Joe now. Some history here, folks.
I'm going with you.
Robert, why don't you stay here along the phone in case Ramsey calls with any more news?
Okay. Jackie, you can keep me company, love.
Yeah, while you're at it, why don't you compose some sort of a letter to that idiot editor of yours?
Anything special you'd like me to write?
Yeah, write something really petty and sophomorically embarrassing. Something he will understand.
Puerile.
Exactly.
Gotcha. I'll get on it. Yeah.
Okay, mate. See you later.
All right, pal. Never mind.
No, really, I want to know.
It says get out of Crooks. Some mindless little prank of these morons in PC. Come on, throw more bricks! Jerks!
You don't scare us! You've been throwing bricks.
Got a good mind to ring your doorbell and run! Come on, dance. Anyone eating a sandwich?
Not yet.
They are now. Ah.
Robert,
Yes, love.
what happened to all the cocktail glasses?
Funny you should ask.
Oh, I mean, I know we used all the cups for the Roaring Twenties, but we always kept the glasses under the bar, and they're not there. What, did you took them down to the hole, did you?
I haven't touched them.
Well, then where are they?
Probably back on the shelf of the restaurant supply company.
What?
Oh, yeah. I got a call this morning. They were repossessed last week.
Why?
No particular reason. We just happened to owe them $2,000.
Terrific! Terrific! It's all Holly Sutton's fault. I'm telling you, she has ruined everything for us. And you know what the worst part is, Robert? She was supposed to be our friend.
Bye, guys. I'll be right back.
We'll be here. Tim.
Hello. Holly, how are you?
Tell her, Holly.
I heard you talking to Robert about me.
Well, when?
Just a little while ago when you were saying that this was all my fault. And that what makes it worst is that I was a friend.
I didn't mean that. I'm in a lousy mood, and I was taking it out on you.
Oh, I can't blame you. I'd feel the same in your place.
I really don't blame you, though.
On the one hand, I really need you all, and I want your understanding. On the other hand, I can't blame you for not trusting me anymore.
You speak for yourself. I trust you, and so does everybody else. Well, they will in time. Right?
Absolutely.
So there you are. You're stuck with us, whether you like it or not.
I like it.
Hey, so do I.
Don't like it that much. Excuse me.
Well, that goes for me, too. I apologize for my big mouth. Friends?
Thanks.
Peace at last.
At last.
All right. All you're saying
Honest,
is
I work here. I own this. I promise. I didn't steal it.
Knock it off, Blackie. You're not the one I want. Wait a minute. What is this?
Sorry, Luke. Holly Sutton, I have a warrant for your arrest.
What?
I thought
We
you
made a deal, Ramsey.
I thought so, too, but you talk to the DA. I am just following orders. You'll have to come down to the station.
You can't do this.
I'll read you your rights. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak with an attorney and to have the attorney present during questioning. If you so desire and cannot afford one, an attorney will be appointed for you without charge before questioning. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Come along.
Look, get Joe. I'm going with him.
Where's Captain Ramsey, please?
He's busy. Can I help you?
Yes, you can. Release Miss Sutton, please.
Not a chance. This is a flagrant breach of contract. We have a written agreement, which you are in clear violation of by arresting this woman.
Don't look at me. I just work.
Okay, then may I speak to somebody that is empowered to make a decision around here, please?
Joe.
No, that's all right. I'll handle it. Well?
Save it for the judge, Counselor.
The woman enjoys immunity, which very simply means she cannot be arraigned on any crime having anything to do with the embezzlement charges, all right?
So?
So the DA has reneged on a legal agreement.
So talk to him about it.
Joe, hold it. Joe, they're not charging her with embezzlement.
Then what exactly are they charging her with?
Accessory to murder. Richardson didn't renege on the deal about the swindle. I don't know. You tell me, you're the lawyer. Apparently
come on,
he's got it in
let's
his
get
craw.
going.
Prosecutor.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Luke.
I'll get you out there. I swear. Don't worry about it.
I'm her legal counsel. I'll go with her, and I'll get back to you as soon as
What are you gonna do, man?
I don't know. I'd just like to get my hands on the DA for a few seconds.
See what I can do.
Look, would you like some coffee?
No.
What about something to eat?
No. Go ahead, man.
Me neither. I'm just trying to be useful.
Well, there he is.
Excuse me. Would you care to comment on the arrest of Miss Sutton?
Were you surprised?
I mean, what about the special deal that you supposedly made with the DA?
Or was that just something that you and he cooked up to trick Miss Sutton into coming back?
What? You finish up on the slammer, you'll never be able to help.
Oh, what's going on over here, boys?
There's no trouble. Let's talk.
How is she, man?
Well, she's pretty good for a woman that's just had the shock of her life.
Well, I want to see her.
I just got through very carefully explaining to Holly not to say anything about anything to anybody, and I'm telling you guys right now, the same thing applies.
All right, what else?
It looks like Richardson's deliberately set a trap for her.
You mean he never intended to let her go free?
Well, he might have done before, but it looks like he's caved into public.
So he's going to sacrifice an innocent woman?
Well, she's handy.
When are they going to release her?
They can legally hold her overnight.
Oh, no way, Joe.
Hey, Nate, listen. Nothing you can do about it.
Now, the bail hearing is set for tomorrow. Until then, we've got to live with it. I'm sorry, man.
You can see her now if you want to.
Yeah, you bet.
Give us a break, Scorpio. We're just doing our job.
Well, that doesn't mean to say I have to help you.
Oh, just a little quote for the morning edition.
Is Holly going to stand trial as an accessory to murder?
Yeah, what is Luke Spencer's job in all this?
No surprises, gentlemen. Now, as I was saying, justice will be served in my city, gentlemen. I believe in law and order above all. Now, the terrible swindle of the good people of Port Charles demands restitution, and I intend to see that we get it. Now, to that end, I have personally begun
to railroad an innocent woman for a crime she hasn't committed.
I beg your pardon.
Don't beg mine, Richardson. Beg Holly Sutton for making her the sacrificial goat for your crummy political ends. What price? Votes, old pal.
Now, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but I refuse to dignify that outburst by asking you to explain yourself. Now, where was I?
You were telling us what you plan to do.
Yes, well, it's all very simple. Now, I intend to prosecute Holly Sutton to the fullest extent of the law. Honor, I move that the court set a trial date immediately. Well, with the holidays approaching and the imminent adjournment, I think it only fair that we begin proceedings.
Mr. Kelly.
May I approach the bench, Your Honor?
Very well. Have you any objections to Mr. Richardson joining us?
None.
Let's get on with it, then.
The judge has made his decision, Kelly.
I just wanted to ask His Honor if we might be entitled to an explanation.
It's very simple, Counselor. Miss Sutton is not a U.S. citizen. There's no guarantee that she'll stay in the country, much less within the city limits.
Your Honor, I give you my word she'll stay within the city limits.
Mr. Kelly, if I were to take the word of defense attorneys, it would be very soon I would not only lose my self-respect, I'd be out of a job.
This crime does not warrant a no-bail situation.
Mr. Kelly, the judge has the power to make whatever decision he wants.
That doesn't mean it's fair, does it?
Are you questioning his impartiality?
No, I'm not. Your Honor, I'm just wondering if there might be more to it besides the fact that she's not a citizen.
Oh, all right, let's look at her track record. She comes from a long family history of swindling. They're known con artists.
I mean, she's participated in the theft of $2 million.
Which she was instrumental in the return of.
Which has yet to be proven.
Gentlemen, if I might continue.
Yeah,
sorry, Your Honor.
Please go right
This
ahead.
family, the Durbins, are still at large. Now, they're aware of the danger of Miss Sutton's testimony. Now, I fear that she might try to get in touch with them. Or worse yet, that they may come after her.
Considering the danger they'd be placing themselves into by showing up in Port Charles, I think we could consider Miss Sutton to be safe.
That still doesn't guarantee that she will stay. Miss Sutton is the court's responsibility now, and I will feel much better if she's behind bars.
Even though she willingly assisted in returning all the money.
I've tried to explain.
Well, Your Honor, that very act, that act of cooperation on her part, should prove where her loyalty lies. Now, she came back to Port Charles not only to return the money, but to face her accusers. If that act alone doesn't warrant our trust in her, I'd like to know what does.
It's very well put, Mr. Kelly. You may even have a point.
Your Honor, the woman is a known con artist. I mean, now, this gesture that my colleague refers to so glibly, I mean, this may be nothing more than just another diversion, just another deception.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. All right, Counselor. I will reconsider my decision. We will reconvene here at the end of the court day.
Your Honor!
Thank you, Your Honor.
This court is now adjourned.
All rise.
Joe, this isn't fair.
He's going to reconsider.
Reconsider? What's to reconsider? He can't say no bail like that. She didn't kill anybody. This is an innocent woman.
Okay, listen, let's get out of here, all right?
All rise. Please be seated. I'm sorry for the delay. I could have rescheduled this for tomorrow, but I assumed that you all wanted to get this out of the way. Before I begin, are there any remarks?
If I could say a few words, Your Honor.
Mr. Kelly?
Thank you. Sir, when my client, Miss Sutton, came back to Port Charles, she did it fully cognizant of what she would be facing. She knew she was facing jail and maybe worse. Yet she didn't hesitate. She came right back. I think that act of faith alone should guarantee her the limited freedom that bail affords. I mean, not taking into consideration whether she's a citizen or not. It should be her right as a human being. I think what I'm trying to say, Your Honor, is that if you deny her bail, you may be in danger of setting a precedent, not just in her case, but in the case of everyone that comes under the system of jurisprudence in the state of New York. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Mr. Richardson, if you'll limit your remarks, perhaps we can all get home in time for dinner.
Well, this won't take long, Your Honor. At this time, I would like to introduce to the court a signed deposition from Dr. Stephen Hardy, Chief of Staff at General Hospital, stating that, in his opinion, Miss Sutton's reaction to the victim's body indicated that she knew of the death ahead of time, proving that she could and probably was involved in the premeditation of this heinous crime.
Your Honor, I object. The district attorney's obviously trying to sway you, and he has no right to introduce evidence at this time.
Yes, you're quite right, Mr. Kelly. However, we all decided that this would be an informal hearing, therefore I will accept the deposition.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Richardson? Are there any other statements? And I shall proceed. Miss Sutton, there are many factors which I must take into consideration when setting a bail. Whether you're trustworthy, whether you present a danger to society, whether freedom on bail is necessary for you to prepare your defense. I must admit that up until now, you've been very cooperative with the court. However, given your family situation and the alleged past reputation of yours, it is difficult for the court to be lenient in its terms. Therefore, I'm going to set bail at $350,000.
Your Honor, this is outrageous.
Does your client have sufficient funds to bail?
Not at this time, but we will raise it, Your Honor.
Very well. Until bail is met, the court remands Miss Sutton to custody. This court is adjourned.
All rise.
Okay, we got at least a figure that we can keep our eye on, all right?
350. That's not a figure you can keep your eye on, Joe. That's a figure you lay down under.
We just have to get it up, that's all.
I'm going with her.
Luke will be at Kelly's. I'm getting worried. Where is he?
No idea, darling.
Coleman is not going to like waiting.
Well, let's hope that Baldwin isn't bluffing.
Well, I wondered when you'd show up.
Hi, I'm sorry. I was preparing a little surprise for Holly's homecoming.
She's not out yet, sweetheart.
What is your problem?
Well, for one, Luke hasn't shown up.
We've got about 1 more minute, children, and then we're going to have to start making excuses all over the place.
Here she comes.
All rise. Be seated, be seated. I don't see the bond here. Mr. Kelly? Mr. Kelly?
Yes, Your Honor. We have the money.
Has the bond been posted or not?
I was going to try and explain about that, Your Honor.
When you telephoned me, you asked for an emergency session. Naturally, I assumed you had the bond. Now, if you don't, I have much better ways to waste my time.
Maybe it would be best if I approached the bench, Your Honor.
I wish you would, Counselor.
I'm sorry it took so long, Your Honor. Perfect timing, sir.
Slow bail bondsman.
Let the record show that the bond was posted at 1:54 p.m. December the 10th, 1982. The court hereby grants bail to Miss Sutton and releases her with the provision that she return to this courthouse to stand trial at a day and time to be determined in the near future. Until such time, the court is dismissed.
You're out.
Oh, thank you. Thank all of you. Thank you. Where on earth did you get the money?
Well, we had 10,000 from Rick Weber.
10 from Dan.
5 from Noah.
All your friends. All of them.
But what about the collateral?
You're welcome, Miss Sutton.
You? Why?
Well, let's just say I'm a great believer in the American judicial system. Let's get you out of here and home where you belong.
Can I go?
Sure. Go ahead. I'll finish the paperwork and swing by the jail and pick up your stuff. Luke, keep an eye on her. That bond, it's everything I've got.
Scorpio here.
Hello again, Robert. This is Inspector Trotter at DIM quarters.
How are you? I've been expecting this call.
Well, have you reached any kind of decision on our job offer?
Well, I'm sorry to say it, but no, I haven't, not as yet. I'm going to need a little more time.
I see. Is that going to be a problem? Well, no, shouldn't be. Though we had hoped to know before the first of the year.
Yes, me too. But the thing is that there are still a few problems here to take care of. A friend of mine is in a spot of bother.
Yes, we're aware of Miss Sutton's situation.
Then you understand why it would be awkward for me to leave at this point.
Of course.
Look, on that subject, had any luck tracking down the Durbans?
No, not a lot. We did have a lead in Vancouver, but by the time we moved in, it was too late.
What kind of lead?
Oliver and Reginald were spotted outside a local hotel. I have a feeling they were on their way out of town. We probably just missed them.
What about our friend Basil?
It's very odd. He seems to have vanished completely. We knew he had very little money, so we expected to round him up quickly. But he's vanished.
Well, don't be too sure about the money. What about that girlfriend of his?
We have it on good authority. She left the country.
Alone?
Yes. It's been confirmed Basil wasn't with her. We're hoping Charles will be well enough to talk soon and maybe give us some more information.
Look, as I've told you before, Percy is the key in this issue. You get him to talk and you'll get the lot of them.
If it were only that easy.
Keep at it, Inspector. It's still too early to quit.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that. And you continue to think about our offer. I'd enjoy the opportunity to work with you.
I'll let you know soon. Yeah, happy holidays to you too. Goodbye.
I thought you were going to accept.
When did I say that?
Well, I just naturally assumed you would. You know, I've been making plans. It would really help if I had some notice.
Well, notice for what?
Well, I moved to Canada.
I must have missed a bit here. How does this concern you?
Well, I'm going with you.
Wait a minute. I'm the one with the job offer.
Yes, but I thought that I was going with you.
Yeah, well, maybe, maybe not. But I think you've assumed a little too quickly.
I don't see why. You're being very rude.
Well, I'm not being rude at all, darling. Look, I just wish you'd talk to me about this.
I have tried. You have just been too busy.
I would have set aside the time to talk about this.
Fine, it's no big deal. I won't go.
I didn't say that.
Then what are you saying?
What I'm saying is that I'm not saying anything, because whatever I say, you're going to switch it around to incriminate me.
Fine, don't say a damn thing, okay?
Oh, hi, pal.
Good morning. Jackie?
Hi.
Okay. What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing.
No, nothing at all. Robert's just going to run off to Canada and accept a job without telling anyone.
Is that true, CK8?
Look, the DIM have extended an offer of employment, a special investigator or some such thing. But look, nothing has been accepted.
Or has been turned down.
Oh, what do you know?
Look, I am not going to accept anything without discussing it first with you, and with everybody else for that matter. Look, at the moment, Holly's case needs a special, experienced investigator, and my rates are the best in town.
Well, you know the pay would be better in Canada.
Yeah, but the bar prices are better here.
Robert, you better do exactly whatever it is that you got to do.
Right now, I've got to stay here. Besides, the weather is murder in Canada at this time of year.
That's true. It's a picnic here. Do what you feel, man.
Hey, here she is.
Hi, Holly. How are you? Okay.
Not only okay, she's ready.
Good, because we have some nice, fresh coffee. Freshly brewed this morning. Now, and that.
Oh, here. Ah.
Thank you. So, whose car should we take to the courthouse?
Sorry, I didn't know what made me do
Here, let me help you.
No, come on, leave it. Somebody else will get it. We drop stuff around here all the time.
I mean, I've done it at least 3 times this morning.
Sure, it's no big deal. Could happen to anyone.
See? Nothing to worry about.
Listen, I really appreciate you all trying to cheer me up, but it's not necessary. I'm fine.
We know.
Yeah, I mean, it's a case of, well, the jitters. Not fatal, and nor anything to be ashamed of.
Well, if I did have the jitters, I don't have them anymore. You all expect me to be really strong in there today, so that's exactly what I'm going to be. I'm sure we're going to come out on top of this.
That's the spirit. There you go.
Anyway, the DA, he's just a man. He's not superhuman or anything.
Certainly not.
Right. You tell him, darling.
What are we doing trying to cheer you up? You're already there.
Luke was right. We have to show the DA that he's up against a united front, even if we are worried sick inside.
No, we're not worried. There's nothing to be worried about. I keep telling her there's nothing to be worried about.
Right.
His father.
All right. Well, we can solve that. It's only a 3-hour difference.
Why wouldn't they let you talk to him?
There's nothing. He's out right now. Something about some tests.
What kind of test? Did something happen?
No, nothing's happened. Come on, hospitals love to run tests. It gives everybody something to do.
Well, they didn't say anything else.
No, he's fine. He'll call you as soon as he's available.
Right now, we should all sit down and have a cup of coffee.
No, we can't. Remember, you have something to do. You recall?
Remember what?
You've got to call to the paper and pick up some work. You called earlier, remember? You remember? Hmm?
I do. Oh, yes, I almost
course you do.
forgot. I'm
Right.
sorry, guys.
Well, we'd love to hang around, but,
Can't get my sleeves in.
really, we'll see you later.
All right.
Good
Take
luck.
it easy, darling.
There.
Thinking of you.
I'd like to remind everyone that this is a preliminary hearing to determine whether there is sufficient cause to bind over the accused for a trial. Miss Sutton, would you please rise? Do you understand the charges against you?
I do, Your Honor.
And how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Very well, you may sit down. The state will open with its remarks. Before you begin, Mr. Richardson, I would like to ask that both counsels limit their remarks only to the essential facts pertaining to this case. Go ahead, Mr. Richardson.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state sees no question in this matter. A trial is not only necessary, but demanded by the people of this city. During the course of the trial, we, the prosecution, intend to present evidence that Holly Sutton was very closely linked to the murders of Frank Van Gelder, Albert Barker, and the attempted murder of Dan Rooney. Contained in this file is concrete evidence that Miss Sutton was involved in the swindle, that she knowingly participated with her close-knit family in these activities and was in constant contact with them, and that she did, in fact, participate in the crimes described earlier. Your Honor, the state is not at this time asking for a trial. We are demanding one.
Mr. Kelly.
My distinguished colleague fails to bring up one very important point for the defense, Your Honor, and that is, did Miss Sutton willfully participate in the aforementioned crimes? Now, the district attorney very cleverly implied that she did, but I'm hard-pressed to see how he intends to prove it. Because, Your Honor, and Mr. District Attorney, I have concrete proof that she did not willfully participate in any of the crimes. She participated, yes, out of fear of her own life and that of her father's. But she had no prior knowledge of, nor did she participate in the murders. Your Honor, I respectfully request that we end this charade immediately and end embarrassment to the state and to the bench, because this has no obvious solution. Thank you.
Does the defense have any substantial evidence to back these claims?
Oh, we have, Your Honor.
You spoke of a file, Mr. Richardson.
Yes, among other substantial evidence.
Witnesses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Here, too, Your Honor.
Well, and it seems that both parties are more than ready to go to trial.
Your Honor, the state will have no trouble proving Miss Sutton's guilt. We have more than enough evidence right here. This is neither the time or the place to present the evidence.
Didn't stop you with the Hardy deposition.
An entirely different situation, Counselor.
I disagree. Your Honor, I think it's very obvious that the state has only been able to gather circumstantial evidence.
Your Honor, if I may quote Henry David Thoreau, circumstantial evidence can be very convincing, as when you find a trout in the milk.
What is that supposed to mean?
Surely you've heard of Thoreau.
Gentlemen, please, may we stick to the original question here, whether or not a trial is necessary? Miss Sutton, I've been informed by the bailiff that there's an emergency phone call for you. I will recess in time for you to take it. This court is adjourned for 15 minutes.
Is it my father?
No, ma'am. The gentleman identified himself as a doctor.
I have to get back. Someone said a doctor wanted to talk to me. I've been on hold for 5 minutes. My name is Holly Sutton. My father's a patient there. They said it was an emergency. Yes, I understand, but please hurry. He was called away from the phone before I could speak to him.
Doesn't anybody know what it's about?
No, I'm just speaking to someone on the switchboard.
Look, you know, we really have to get back.
Just a second. Hello?
Miss Sutton?
That's right.
This is Dr. McCarran, your father's attending physician.
Yes, doctor, they said it was an emergency.
He's out of danger now. I was just in with him.
What happened?
He was down for routine tests and had a sudden seizure. We thought he'd been getting better, but it was apparently only the result of the medication.
Well, how is he now?
Stabilized for the time being.
I can talk to him?
Not right away, I'm afraid. He's still in a very guarded condition.
He's dying, isn't he?
No one said that.
He is.
We'll call you if there is any change.
Doctor, He hung up. Luke, I have to go to him. I must. He needs me.
Holly.
I must!
All rise. Be seated. Your Honor, may the defense approach the bench?
About what? We just sat down. Nobody said anything yet.
There's been a new development which I think requires your immediate attention, Your Honor.
We've already had enough delays for one day, Mr. Kelly.
Your Honor, can I say something? Maybe I can help explain.
All right, Mr. Spencer. But please be brief.
It has to do with the phone call that we just got.
Yes, go on.
Well, it was from the hospital where Charles Sutton, Miss Sutton's father, is being cared for.
In Vancouver, I believe.
That's right. Now, the doctor that she talked to can confirm the fact that he's very ill. The news of this has hit Miss Sutton pretty hard, because she's very close to her father. Charles Sutton was instrumental in our getting the money back. As a matter of fact, I don't think we could have ever done it without his cooperation.
I have read the police reports, Mr. Spencer. Why don't you just get on with it and state your case?
Okay, well, the point is that I think that Miss Sutton should be allowed to go and be with her father right now. And I know that you're probably not going to let her do it. It's very irregular. And perhaps you could just review the situation and make an exception here. I promise that she'll come back.
That's your guarantee? Your only guarantee? Your promise?
My word is good enough for most people. I figured it'd be okay with you.
Your Honor, this is preposterous. I mean, they obviously have a plan to run off. Now, the court can't simply dismiss the accused for a short vacation. Holly Sutton is under indictment.
It is an unusual request, Your Honor, I grant you, but it's not an unreasonable one, especially if suitable restrictions are placed on Miss Sutton by the court.
What sort of restrictions?
An escort, perhaps.
You mean guards?
Someone to keep an eye on her for the court, yes.
Cost would be prohibitive.
I'll do it myself. It won't cost you a dime.
Sit down, Mr. Spencer.
Your Honor, if Miss Sutton agreed to pay the cost for the guard, would you agree to it then?
Who pays for the guards or not is not the issue here. Now, the woman was very nearly denied bail. We can't have her running off to a foreign country under any circumstances.
How many times do I have to say it? There are extenuating circumstances. The man may be dying.
The health of Charles Sutton is immaterial to these proceedings.
I disagree.
Counselor, unless he is willing to come here and become a witness, he will have no bearing on the outcome of the trial.
What trial? I thought this was a hearing to determine whether or not we were going to have a trial.
The point is well taken, Mr. Kelly. Now, as to the question of Miss Sutton wishing to visit her father, the request is denied. On the very simple grounds, as the able district attorney has put it, it has no bearing on the case.
Your Honor, my father is extremely ill. He may need me.
I am sorry, Miss Sutton, truly I am, but your request is denied. Furthermore, as to the question of whether or not we should proceed to the trial phase, it is the opinion of this court that a trial time be set at a future date. Meanwhile, the defendant is still free on bail, but I must caution you, Miss Sutton, not to attempt to leave the city. In that event, you could suffer grave consequences. Until such time as trial date is set, this court is adjourned.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
Going out?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we're going shopping.
Good luck. Anybody seen the paper?
Yeah, the headline read, Robert's real weird. Friends wonder why.
Not real weird, just a little contemplative.
I see. Well, the stores don't open for a while. Why don't we sit down for a second?
Why don't we?
What's going on, pal?
Oh, I've got a whole lot of things on my mind. The DIM offer, my financial situation, your financial situation, our financial situation. Not necessarily in that order.
Well, we'll take care of those problems.
How?
Something always comes up.
Mm-hmm. What about the meantime?
I don't know, you know, I guess we'll just do like the rest of the world and live on credit. We'll just buy Christmas now and pay in March.
Right. Tough on a limited budget.
Oh, come on, we're all right.
Luke, we're stone motherless broke.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good thing, because I was afraid there'd be some money laying around here, and I really can't handle that kind of responsibility.
I'm so happy to see you take the situation so lightly.
But, pal, what choice have I got? Huh? Worrying isn't going to help.
Well, it might help us find a solution to the problem. I mean, let's face it. Everything we touch, every enterprise we get involved in sinks.
Mainly my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he doesn't mean you, darling, believe me. I know what you're talking about. It's, this place, isn't it? It just doesn't do it anymore.
What?
This place, the club, the boat.
Well, it started out as a nice new toy. Now it's one more bloody headache after another.
Well, then we gotta do it.
Sell it?
Sell it or sink it.
Have you ever seen such a masterpiece? Look at this. I think we should hang it maybe at the entrance or over the bar for everybody to see. It's a real wreath with real greenery and real apples and real berries and... What's wrong with you?
You're OD'd on depression.
Oh, Tiffer, it is pretty, but how do you feel about exchanging that wreath for a for sale sign?
It's just that we realize what this place means to you, love.
All the work you put into it and all the battles you fought to keep it open.
Fact remains that we've got to face up to the truth that we've blown it.
Believe him, if there was another solution, we'd do that.
Well, I want to tell you to go ahead and do it, you know, but all I can think about are all the good times that we had here.
I think we should get rid of this place as long as we... Well, that's why we still have a few mediocre memories here.
Okay, do it. Go ahead and do it. I'm not going to stand in your way. Put this baby on the block.
Thanks, kid.
Okay. Where do we start?
We'll start with a broker. I guess as long as we're going to do it, we may as well get right at it.
Quick and painlessly, please.
All right, baby. I'm going to go downtown today. I'll see some guy. We'll see if we can't get it straight.
Okay.
Holly, do you want to go down? Look, you have got to stop doing this. Running out every time there's a problem. You've got to stop that.
I'm sorry, I just can't help it. I don't like people to see me when I'm upset.
What'd I say?
Oh, you didn't say anything. I'm just feeling guilty. You and Robert have spent all your money on my legal fees and my father's medical bills, and I don't want you selling the Star just because of me.
Hey, well, listen, darling. Hold it. Listen. The truth is that we've been ready to dump this thing for a long time.
Are you sure? I mean, what about Robert and Tiffany?
Listen, Tiffany would not go along with me unless she wanted to.
And Robert?
Robert's wanted to get rid of this place from the beginning.
What about his job offer? I know he's turning it down just because of me.
No, wait a minute. Robert is a grown man. He's perfectly capable of making his own priorities, besides which the job will still be there after the trial.
What if it isn't?
Then it isn't. But listen, Robert does this all the time. He gets job offers. He threatens to move away. He never does.
Let's just hope that Luke can get a decent price for this white elephant.
Are you really considering going to Canada?
Oh, look, love, I don't know. I change my mind every 5 minutes. Then I've also got Jackie to consider.
Yeah, well, rumor has it she'd probably go with you if you ask her.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
Not necessarily. I remember there was a time I would have followed you to the ends of the earth. You ever thought maybe she's really in love with you?
I can accept that part of it. It's the wife, the motherhood, the chickens in the pool. I'm not ready for that yet.
Maybe it's time, Robert.
Oh, come on, don't you start on me as well.
All right, but don't you come to me when you're old and gray and want somebody to hold your hand.
All right, all right, it's a deal.
Let me get that. Oh, Sinking Star.
Holly Sutton, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, she's not here. Could I take a message?
Yes. This is Dr. McCarran at Vancouver Memorial Hospital. I'm Charles Sutton's doctor.
It's important that Miss Sutton call me back immediately. There's been an emergency.
I'm a very good friend of hers. Could I take the message?
I prefer talking to Miss Sutton personally.
He died.
No, but it's only a matter of time.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, I'll find her and I'll have her call you right back.
Thank you. Miss...
It's Tiffany Hill, Tiffany Hill. I'll go find her and have her call you, okay? Thank you. What was the name of that yacht place? Maritime or something?
Wait a minute. What's going on?
We got to get Holly back here with this. Was it Maritime? Here it is. Pier, 23?
Yeah, that's it.
23. Yes, hello. This is Tiffany Hill. I am looking for Holly Sutton and Luke Spencer. They're supposed to be over there right now. Really? Are you sure? Yes, I understand. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. They just left.
Okay, it's about 4 blocks over. I'll start now.
Well, what about me, Robert?
You stay here. I might miss them. Whoa. Pardon the interruption. Oh, this is tasteful. What's happening?
Just trying to get into the Yuletide spirit, Robert.
Yeah, so I see.
I assume that there is a reason for this obnoxious intrusion.
Right so.
Oh, you're here. You're not supposed to be here. I call Kelly's. I call Ruby's. How long have you two been back?
Just about 2 minutes.
Wish you told us where you were going. I've been to the Maritime Broker, your bank, everywhere.
What's the problem, man? Is it the boiler? It feels like it's cold in here. Is the boiler broke down?
No, it's nothing like that.
It's your father, Holly.
Yes, I think you should call him. The doctor wants to talk to you.
Is he?
No. The doctor assured me he's just a little worse, I think.
Okay.
Dr. McCarran?
Doctor, this is Holly Sutton. You wanted me to call?
Your father's in serious condition, Miss Sutton.
Can I talk to him?
I'm sorry. He's lapsed back into unconsciousness. But if you'll stay by the phone and keep the line open, I'll call you back if he rallies enough to talk.
Isn't that bad?
I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this. But I'm afraid there's no hope anymore. We're losing him, Miss Sutton.
I understand. I'll keep the line open.
Yeah. All right.
It's Dr. McCarran, Miss Sutton. He's partially conscious, but he's having difficulty speaking.
Just put the phone to his ear.
You'll have to hurry.
Daddy, can you hear me?
Holly.
Yes, Daddy, it's me. I'm here.
I love you.
Charlie. You're gonna be all right. We'll be back together soon, for the holidays even. Remember with Mother how you'd play Father Christmas? You'll do it again. And I'll make the pudding and we'll all take turns stirring. Danny will be there. And Luke, everybody who loves you.
Luke.
He's right here next to me.
Tell her. Take care of you.
I will.
Luke.
Father? You still there? Father?
Sorry. Miss Sutton, he's gone.
It's over.
No go?
Judge wouldn't go for it. Wouldn't budge an inch. You'd think we'd have asked him not to run for public office.
I'm really sorry, Holly.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't let me go.
Hey, the DA will be in his office after lunch, and I'll just go have a talk with him then.
You taking calls, Mr. Kelly?
What makes you so sure it's for me?
Kelly's? Yes, he sure is. Can you hold just a moment, please?
I guess so.
What is that all about?
The Attorney General has asked Joe to sit on the State Crime Commission.
That's great.
Could be a big step for him.
What do you mean, could be?
Rose said he isn't going to accept.
Why not? He'd be the first politician we could trust.
It's because he's busy.
Yes, sir, I know. You mean he's turning it down because of Holly's case?
Does that surprise you?
No, but I think he's crazy.
Try telling him that.
So, where were we?
Joe, I think we were about to discuss your budding political career.
Oh, what?
I know about you at the Attorney General's offer, and I think it's a great opportunity. I don't want you turning it down because of me.
Thanks, pal.
Would you believe they tied me up and forced it out of me?
Is that your story?
They have a right to know.
Yeah. It's no biggie.
It is if you're saying no for the wrong reason.
Can you imagine me up on Capitol Hill with all those honchos running around? I'm a little bit out of my league up there.
You can make your own league, man.
Joe, you have to accept the appointment.
No, I can't. No, because I started this case and I made up my mind. I'm going to finish it.
You going to call them?
No, actually, I'm going to go up to my room. The Attorney General will be glad he gets an answer anyhow.
Look, Joe's old enough to make his own decisions.
But he's wrong.
But he's doing what he wants to do. Exactly.
Information? I would like the number of the,
Judge Crater, was it?
Listen, you think the DA's office is going to tell me where they're having him feed his face? Huh?
Did you find out?
It's one of 3 places. We're going to hit them all. Come on. We got to have a little chat with this guy right away.
Holly, what happened?
Did you find the DA?
Unfortunately,
He said no.
it was awful. He wouldn't even consider letting me go.
But why?
He said he has new evidence.
What?
I don't know what it is. He wouldn't tell us. Luke was furious.
Where is Luke?
Oh, I don't know. We had an argument. I ran out.
Maybe he hasn't punched out the DA.
Well, for a while there, it looked like he was going to.
Star. Yes, she's right here. It's Nanny.
Nanny?
Hello, Poppet. I just got your message. I've been trying to reach you all morning.
Luke and I were at the courthouse. We asked the judge to let me come home for the funeral.
And?
He refused.
Oh, Holly.
Then we met the district attorney and pleaded with him. He wouldn't think of it.
Oh, my poor darling.
It's hopeless. I can't come.
They're bringing your father's body to Victoria today. Now, I made arrangements with the vicar for the family plot. Now, all that was left to work out was the funeral service according to your schedule.
Nanny, what can I do? I wasn't there when Father died. I won't be there to bury him.
How we doing there, team?
Hi, Joe.
Hello. Not so good, Joe. We just found that worm you call the district attorney.
I heard.
Who told you?
Me.
Were you there, Lee?
Well, I was sitting close enough to hear most of what you were saying. I'm sorry to hear about your father.
Thank you. You heard about Joe's offer?
Well, I heard you mention something to Luke about it, so I went right away to Joe, asked him what you meant, and he told me.
Yeah, well, I guess he let you know that he turned it down, huh?
Yes, he did.
You think you could talk him out of that?
He already did, Luke.
What?
Lee put up a pretty good case as to why I should go to Albany.
So you're going to accept the appointment?
I have this problem.
My case.
Look, that's all right. We can take care of that.
I am not leaving this town until you have the best possible legal representation that exists.
We'll manage.
You'll do better than manage if you take my suggestion and let Lee represent you.
Did you already talk about that?
He offered to if you'll accept him.
I'd consider it an honor if you'd let me represent you.
Well, I'd love to have you.
We're going to need all the help we can get, Lee.
You have all I can give you.
And that is considerable.
I'm grateful to both of you.
So am I.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will get you the file and all the information on the case before I go.
Fine.
When do you have to be in Albany?
The session convenes tomorrow. That means I got to start booking cookies now.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
Well, for now, yeah.
Well, I'll make some headlines so I can write about you.
That's a new twist, isn't it? Starting off with the press on my side for once. I like that.
Give him hell, pal.
You know I will.
We'll miss you.
Good luck.
Thanks for all your help.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe it, man, you know? Some snotty-nosed kid from the waterfront. Expect big things from you, man.
But I know that you're going to keep everybody here in line. But Spencer, without me, who's going to keep you in line? Huh?
I'm up for grabs, pal.
See you, Elm Street.
All right.
Good luck.
You bet.
Now, remember when you're up in that place where there's a Capitol Hill? Don't forget us down here. You know, running
Don't take any wooden cookies.
Wooden cookies.
Wonder if Joe's on his way.
Well, he better be. In the opening session's tomorrow.
I'm so pleased he agreed to accept the appointment.
I think he is, too.
Won't be the same not having him around.
No, I'm gonna miss him. But we got a good lawyer on our side.
I'm really grateful to Joe. I mean, he's done a lot for me. And he managed to persuade Lee to take over the case. I owe him a lot.
Yeah, we all do.
Well, let's hope Lee can pick up right where Joe left off. Well, that was fast.
Did you talk to the DA?
I did. I demanded to know what this new evidence is he's been talking about.
It was all a bluff, wasn't it? Just an excuse to keep me here? Now I can go to Victoria.
I'm afraid not. He's not kidding.
He has something?
Luke, he didn't have time to discuss it with me, but he insists that he has conclusive evidence that ties Holly directly to the murder of Van Gelder.
No, Lee, he's got to be bluffing. She was nowhere near there. She was with me in Albany.
If I know anything about our local DA, I know he does not bluff. If he says he has evidence, you can believe him. He has evidence.